Did you know that the China-Mongolia border is not just a line on a map but a potential flashpoint for conflict in the 21st century? This seemingly quiet stretch of land has become a hotbed of tension, and it's worth diving into. In this video, you'll explore the complexities of the China-Mongolia border tensions and how they intertwine with economic interests and geopolitical dynamics. Buckle up, because we're about to unpack some serious issues. So, what's the deal with the China-Mongolia border? Well, there are a few key factors at play. First, we have territorial disputes that date back decades. Mongolia, which was once part of the Chinese Empire, has always had a complicated relationship with its giant neighbor. This historical backdrop creates fertile ground for misunderstandings and disputes. But it doesn't stop there. We also need to consider the economic implications. With China's rapid growth, it's looking to secure resources and expand its influence. On the flip side, Mongolia is rich in minerals and has been trying to carve out its own path in the global economy. This creates a tug-of-war scenario where both countries are vying for control. And let's not forget the role of international players who might have their own agendas, further complicating matters. Now, let's dive deeper into the economic factors driving this tension. It's all about resources. Mongolia sits on a treasure trove of minerals, including coal, copper, and gold. China, with its booming economy, is hungry for these resources to fuel its growth. So, you can see why there's fierce competition brewing. Trade routes also play a significant role in this equation. The Belt and Road Initiative, which aims to enhance China's trade connectivity, has implications for Mongolia as well. If Mongolia can align itself with this initiative, it could greatly benefit economically. But that's a big if and comes with its own set of challenges. Key players in the region also add another layer of complexity. Russia, for instance, maintains a historical influence over Mongolia and has been closely watching China's expansion. For decades, Mongolia was a silent ally of Russia, its northern neighbor. After the Russian Revolution, Mongolia fell under the shadow of the Soviet Union. In 1921, the Soviet Union solidified its control over Mongolia, which adopted Soviet political ideology and became a communist state. Russia built roads, railways, and military bases, ensuring that Mongolia was firmly within its grasp. For much of the 20th century, Mongolia wasn't just a neighbor, it was Russia's strategic buffer against the rapidly rising China. However, when the Soviet Union collapsed in 1991, Mongolia's ties to Russia weakened. A new force was on the rise, China, and just like that, the game was about to change. This means that the conflict is not just between China and Mongolia. It's a regional issue that involves several nations and their interests. Now, let's talk about a pivotal moment that escalated tensions. In recent years, there was a major incident involving border patrols and military movements that raised eyebrows on both sides. Reports of skirmishes and an increased military presence along the border have created an atmosphere of distrust. This was a clear signal that things were getting serious, and both nations needed to reassess their strategies. The implications of this are huge. It shows how fragile the peace is and highlights the potential for conflict if diplomatic relations aren't handled carefully. It's a reminder that in today's world, a small spark can lead to a larger fire, especially when economic interests are involved. To wrap it all up, the China-Mongolia border tension is a complex issue fueled by historical grievances, economic competition, and regional geopolitics. Understanding this conflict is crucial in grasping the bigger picture of 21st century geopolitics. It's not just about two countries, it's about how nations interact and the ripple effects those interactions can have on global stability. What do you think about the China-Mongolia border tensions? Do you see them escalating? Or do you think diplomacy will prevail? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, if you want more in-depth analyses of global issues, don't forget to check out my other videos. Thanks for watching.